bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you hip in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Coming with a dank, scrolling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping, I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
I'd rather get laughed at for trying than to stand on the sideline and just watch. Whether I look like a dumbass or I fail or I'm like cringy, at the end of the day, like we're all gonna die. Like who cares? Like that's kind of my thing for life. Is just I'd rather get made fun of for trying than just be too afraid to try at all.
I've been waiting, all that's left to do is run. You'll be my hand and go. 1, 2, no! Are you kidding me? Dude, I thought he had it, dude. Oh! Sorry, no.
Physically jizzled. He's physically jizzled, baby. I think he needs to be put in better positions to succeed, and I don't think he's getting that opportunity right now.
This mofo spitting.
He's spitting.
Oh my Lanta.
He's spitting for sure.
Paul J.
I believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. We gon' be someday. You gotta be the one that saves.
Peace, John Kloss. Today's show will be in memory of him. Shout out to Doug Kloss. I sent you guys a photo. I don't know if you wanted it out there publicly, but he got a tattoo yesterday for John.
Yeah.
It's kind of honoring everything he accomplished in his short time on Earth. And I think the dopest thing about John, and I think anybody that goes out this way, is they try to do – they dreamed big, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And it obviously touched a lot of people in a lot of ways in terms of like just getting – to this stage and I don't know, growing in the sports range and very young. You didn't know where else I was going to go, but shout out to John. Beyond that, too, gave a lot back to the community.
Absolutely. And, yeah, like you said, he was a kid, man. He was just a kid. And this is the 1-year anniversary of his passing. Still sucks thinking about it. He was, like you said, he was doing everything he wanted to do. He was really making a name for himself. He was really going out there and doing what he said. Like he said, he's not scared to try. You got to go out there and try.
Yes.
Rather be laughed at than trying than sitting in the corner like an idiot. So,
amen.
Shout out to John, man. Rest in peace. It's our brother. Love that kid, man. Sam Flannel says John was the nicest human who ever walked the halls of Woodward Sports. Genuinely was. Just a great kid. And I wish he could. I mean, he sees it now. You know, he's in a better place. But I wish I could see with him what Cade's doing this year.
Yeah.
He would love it, man. He was a big Cade Cunningham. That was who he was defending in that clip. Was Cade Cunningham, and that, and like I said, if he would have loved what he saw out of Torque last night.
Tigers.
Yeah, that last season.
Torque last night. It's
Tigers come back in the season last year.
Hopefully the Tigers can go out there and get a win for him today. Love the kid, man. Rest in peace.
Yes, sir. Another news, a couple of Detroit Lions signing today. We'll talk about it at some point, but Ayoade. Back with the Lions, almost the Pistons there. Josh Reynolds to the Jets.
Yeah, Josh Reynolds signed a 1-year up to $5 million deal with the New York Jets.
Why'd you put another Brad Holmes W?
Because he got Tim Patrick for 1 year, $2.5 million.
Yeah.
And Tim Patrick's better than Josh Reynolds.
That's fair. What is Ryan pooped his pants?
That was from yesterday. When I was thinking of topics, right, he sat behind me and farted, and he's like, I just pooped my pants.
And then RISP, because the Detroit Tigers played last night. I'd say better than what I expected for damn sure.
Yes.
But they ultimately lost the game because of RISP. And RISP is runners in scoring position. RISP, RISP. And 0-15. That's
0-15 with runners in scoring
That's
position.
insane.
You're not going to win games
No.
if you go 0-15 with runners in scoring position. They need to get better at that. Colt Keith was the reason they lost last night. Flat out. He left 8 men on base. You can't do that.
I think Javi did it twice.
Javi hit twice. I mean, they hit 15. You know, they had 15 plate
What do you expect
appearances.
from Javi, though?
They had a couple sack flies, but obviously those don't count as plate appearances. So 0-15.
But you know who wasn't over?
No, actually the opposite.
Torkelson.
Yeah, we're gonna get into all that.
Okay.
Torkelson, hell of a game, man. You love to see that.
That was nuts.
We're gonna get into the Tigers for sure. But that was crazy. It was crazy last night.
Michigan State tonight.
Michigan State tonight.
Michigan tonight as well.
Michigan tonight. Tigers tonight.
Do we have Michigan State? Okay, we have it on here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Red Wings died.
Yeah, I mean, we had the service for them last week.
We prepared for it.
Yeah, I mean they just went out there. I mean they're only 3 points back, so they're not dead. They just got to win a vast majority of their games.
I guess I wanted to call it
They're-
the fight.
they're drowning
They came
right now.
back last night, almost.
Yeah, but they got bullied.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And we talked about it on BDE about what was the most disappointing part of the season. And for me, it's that they're the same as they were last year.
Yeah.
They are just as soft. They're just as timid. They fell apart in the same part of the schedule. They haven't shown any signs of being a playoff team. That's not a playoff hockey team.
You know who I blame?
Huh?
Stevie Y.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not. It's not like a hater shot at all.
No.
But if the team's the same as where they were, you're the one making the moves. You're the one making the difference there.
Yeah, and
I saw PK Subban call him out for the whole signing.
Yeah, it's a terrible signing. That's probably the worst move he's ever made. Alex Lyon, terrible signing. Vladimir Tarasenko, terrible signing. Jeff Petrie, terrible signing.
It's the pro personnel department.
Cop and Comfort, both they're not terrible. I won't go. Those are terrible. They're bad though. They're not good. So they're signings. Perron was a good signing. Gostisbehere is a good signing. Sherratt will be a good signing once he's on the third pair next year. But he didn't bring in quality enough players in free agency to make them a playoff team. I love what Stevie did in the draft. I love what he's doing with the development of these young guys. You know, all the best players on the team are his draft picks, other than Larkin. But if he wanted to make the playoffs, just to make the playoffs this year, he could have signed better players, and he didn't. And I guess, you know, you can say what you want about that, but if you're going to sign the guys anyways, which he did, like he gave contracts to Justin Hall and to Vladimir Tarasenko and to Alex Lyon, give it to guys that will actually help you make the playoffs. So that's what that is.
And then also, well, go ahead, Chris.
I was just going to say what makes it disappointing is that you were led to believe that they had playoff expectations by one Patrick Kane's contract with the bonus incentives for the playoffs. Like that made me think coming into the offseason, okay, this is a good move because they're looking to take that next step. They were close last year. Obviously, they fell apart. Injuries were a part of it, sure. But you thought the progression was there. And that move seemed to be the first domino that was leading to a playoff run. Mm-hmm. And in actuality, everything after that didn't necessarily put you in playoff position. So that's the disheartening part. Is the first move seemed like it was in step towards the playoffs.
I mean, I'll put some on, and this is my guy too, by the way. Like I've probably never given this guy criticism before, but Raymond a little bit too.
Yeah.
Disappearing after the break. That was very disappointing because the way he finished last year, we had thought that he was on a trajectory to, I don't want to say stardom, but like one of the guys you talk about, especially when it comes to scoring and it's still passing. But Robbie's been very, very disappointing. The hype for them was real. Mm-hmm. And Stevie Y, the pro personnel department, kind of dropped the ball there, or the puck, whatever term you like to use. But
And
I was more excited for them than the Pistons.
Yeah.
Like coming into the season, because I was like, this is a playoff team.
There-
Pistons, hopefully we can like sniff
who
the
would have
dance.
thought the Red Wings would? And I actually saw this tweet come out from. I forgot who put it out there, but who would have thought the Red Wings would be the last one out of the great Detroit sports depression to make the playoffs?
Yeah,
Because they're just, I don't know, man. Between Stevie Wise being close last year,
sucks.
thought it was going to happen.
Hockey's dead in Michigan now.
It's crazy. We are hockey.
Detroit
town.
died, or the Red Wings are dead, and Michigan State choked. So hockey season's over.
Oh, yeah.
Let me apologize real
My
quick
boss
to
was
Western
gloating
Michigan
about that.
University. And I didn't talk about them directly. You know, I didn't say them and then call them names or say they were bums and like that. But I guarantee the Michigan State victory over them like it was nothing. And
They played Cornell.
I was
Yeah.
a fool.
They didn't play Western.
Oh, they lost to Cornell?
They lost to Cornell.
Yeah, my boss is my boss at the other job played hockey at Cornell before playing in the pro league. So
Damn.
he was talking all that shit this morning.
Yeah, I
He
bet.
came in on 10.
That's
he came
crazy.
in on 10.
Yeah, Michigan State choked bad.
Yeah.
Like, great season. You won the Big Ten. You won the
Close
Big Ten
game, I
tournament,
guess.
but another season, another failure when it matters the most. So,
What up, Steve Lehman? And what up, Zach
What up,
Soap? He
Steve?
says now he's going to have dreams about Stevie Y.
Dante 151 says Cornell is a good team. Yeah, they're not better than Michigan State, though. They were yesterday.
Yep.
Trey Augustine got outplayed.
Thing looking crazy today. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. Yeah. I was gonna make one more point about Stevie Y and the Red Wings, but I don't remember what it is right now. Oh, the money as well. Like the money was available to make a move.
Yeah, and there are the reports out there that he wanted to get different guys and
Just didn't fall through.
wasn't allowed to.
Oh, talking about free agency.
Yeah, Stamkos
Yeah.
over Tarasenko, which I know Stamkos
That wasn't
isn't
much
having
of
a
an
good
upgrade.
year.
Yeah.
But, I mean, no, he would definitely be an upgrade because Tarasenko is terrible.
It's been rough, dude.
Um,
What took like 7 games?
Yeah,
before he hit
Stamkos has
300?
23 goals, so it definitely would have been an upgrade.
Oh, damn.
I know he started off the season poorly, but yeah, he's got 45 points. He's minus 26, though. Woof.
Maybe he signs the rat in the offseason. Free agent this year, right?
Who's
Marshawn?
Stamkos?
Marshawn.
Oh, Marshawn is a free agent this year.
We need some
I mean,
toughness.
I wouldn't be opposed
We need
he's,
that.
He's geriatric, though, but we do need that. I'd rather have a guy that's big, too, not just a little pussy. Like, if you're going to be an asshole, at least be a big guy so that you can beat the shit out of somebody.
Yeah.
Evanson stood up for himself against Brady to Chuck. I like to see that.
That's true. Marshawn will get us into fights that we're just not ready.
Yeah, we're not ready to. We don't
We're
have.
not- we're not
we don't
equipped
have anybody that can
for the
protect
brawl.
Marshawn.
No.
Well, maybe. Well,
Did you see the goalie fight that almost happened the other night?
yeah.
And the refs fucking stopped it? What were you going to say before I interrupted you?
I was gonna say. I mean, Evanson and Sider could back up
They
Marshawn.
don't fight, though.
Yeah,
When Sider does fight, though,
he beats shit up.
bro, he goes crazy.
Yeah, but I don't want Sider fighting.
He fights emotionally.
We can't have Sider and Evanson
That's the
fighting
worst
because
fight.
if one of
Yeah,
them gets hurt,
he's going to hurt someone if they get him there.
yeah,
Cider.
Sider just sees
Watch
red.
that fight last
One
year.
of those
Yeah,
guys
he's like,
just
"Ah!"
yeah, he's a monster.
All right,
The Brinket is a Michigan-made dog. The Brinket's the best player on the team this year, and it's not close.
Yeah.
By far and away, Alex DeBrinket has been the best player on the team this year.
You think so?
Yes.
I feel like he had a slow like first half almost.
No. He's gonna have 40 goals.
I guess him or Larkin. Patty Kane.
No, not Patty Kane. Patty Kane can't be the best player on a team when he only plays one side of the ice. At least DeBrinket will get in there and fucking
DeBrino
do something. Plays more defense than Patty Kane.
That's fair.
That's saying so. I mean, that's not saying much, but like DeBrinket can at least still skate and get back on defense. Like whenever I see Patrick Kane, he's like Russian roulette when you play him in overtime, because like either he's scoring the game-winning goal
For sure.
or he's getting beat by somebody and they're scoring. Like his man's gonna be wide open coming down the ice on the other side. So if he doesn't score, if he misses the shot or
pray for the
it's
shootout.
over. It's over. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get a Patrick Kane breakaway in overtime and he doesn't score, it's over. I love him though. I love him.
I feel like we've done well.
But
on that
I'm
team.
not asking Patrick Kane to play defense. I'm not. I'm just saying DeBrinket's been really good this year.
That part of it sucks too, just for the Red Wings, because next year, I don't know that he comes back, and that's
Kane?
a huge
I mean-
part of your offense.
I wouldn't be surprised either way. He is really close. He has a very strong connection with Alex DeBrinket. That's one of the reasons he came here. Him and Sider have formed a very good bond. All their kids are like friends, So I wouldn't be surprised because that shit means something.
DeBrincat
and Kane's kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone else is like 23.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised in that way because that does mean something in hockey. But I also wouldn't be surprised if he wants to go take a shot at the Cup or retire in Chicago.
Where would he go for the Cup?
Toronto. Yeah, Edmonton. He's gonna go to original 6 team.
He should go to Edmonton.
No, he'd probably go to Toronto or.
Why Toronto? Fuck them. I'd rather go to Edmonton.
Maybe he wants to stay in America. So you
Florida.
can go to Boston, but Boston's not going to be good.
Boston.
New York, maybe he goes back to New York. I don't know.
All right, let's go to break.
If I was him, I would stay on an original 6 team. I think that matters to him, and I think it matters to him to stay in America.
6.
Yeah. So I would not be surprised if Patrick Kane resigns.
Only in America.
Yeah.
Tell us about Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness, the home of the judgment-free zone where everybody get a full-body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $15 a month. Upgrade to the Black Card, get use of amenities like hydro massage, total body enhancement, access to over 2,500 locations across the globe. Planet Fitness, join the in-club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where fitness is essential.
Woodward Sports is at it again, giving away more cash and prizes than anyone in Detroit. Get into our March Bracket Challenge, powered by Jug and Nathan Neurosurgery. If you have the biggest basketball brain and get first place, you win $1,000 cold hard cash. But it doesn't stop there. Second place gets a weekend at Grand Traverse Resort in Traverse City, including brunch at Airy and golf. Third place, 2 club seats to see the Pistons versus Bucks with food and drinks courtesy of RHB Laboratories in Troy. You can pre-register now at woodwardsportsbracket.com. That's woodwardsportsbracket.com. Then, after Selection Sunday, fill out your bracket for your chance at $1,000 in cash, money, and more. Pick by mascot, choose by team colors, have your dog pick. No matter how you do it, go to woodwardsportsbracket.com right now and register. All powered by the best in the game, Chuck and Nathan Neurosurgery and Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Need for merch? Head on over to woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab today. Get some brand new merch. Hoodies, tees, hats, all that. All teams, all season. Make sure you are shopping at the #1 Detroit sports merch place, and that is Woodward Sports. Go ahead and click that shop tab today and get some Detroit swag.
Merch.
What up, though? Welcome back. World Heavyweights Live, woodwardsports.com. Smash that like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Share the stream. Last night, Spencer Torkelson, 4 walks and a home run.
Yeah.
What's his average right now?
1,000.
He's batting 1,000.
He's got a perfect OPS, a perfect.
I know people were talking about the
base
stance
percentage.
changes, like they were like tangible evidence of him changing.
Yeah.
But just the patience,
I
guess.
Competitive
at-bats.
Torque has always had a good eye. Even last year when he was struggling, it's not like he was swinging at stuff outside of the zone. He was just missing on fastballs.
I guess a couple walks in the playoffs.
He's always had a good eye. Like I said, even when he was struggling, he could see the strike zone very well. That's not the problem he had. He just couldn't make contact with the ball. So this is extremely good to see. Like I said, I'm not going to Torque is so back, man, because you got to do it for a whole season. It's baseball, obviously. But I need to see it more. But like I said about his spring training, it's the best possible scenario right now. Like, I'd rather see Torque go out there and have 1,000 OPS in spring training than see him have a 400 OPS. I'd rather see Torque go out there and get on base 5 times than strike out 5 times. So it was a fantastic game for him. Probably the best game of his career in a Tigers uniform, honestly. He is the only player in the history of the MLB to do what he did last night. He is one of 15 players to walk 4 times on opening day, and he is the only one of those 15 players that has also hit a home run.
Insane.
It was nuts, and it was great to see. He was absolutely dialed in. He didn't swing out of the zone. Last year, he wasn't getting some of those calls, some of those borderline calls he wasn't getting. But I think the umps saw what he was doing in spring, saw how he was hitting the ball, and they're giving him a little bit of a better zone. At least the umpire was last night. So shout out to Torque, man.
Shout out to the offense in general, kind of, because although like some of the names that are up there in the lineup we were making fun of or disappointed in, they're all pretty competitive outside of Javi. Mm-hmm. Work and Snell there for a minute.
Colt Keith sucked.
Yeah, Colt Keith.
Javi sucked.
But Keith is like sometimes he's really hot and cold.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean,
I'm just used to it.
Can't get much worse than 0 for 5, 8 men left on base. He's the reason we lost the game. But you liked what you saw out of Kreidler. Kreidler had a couple hits. You liked what you saw out of Manuel Margot. He had a couple hits. Jake Rogers hit the ball hard a couple times.
Catch by Kreidler.
Yeah, the catch by Kreidler was
guy
amazing.
Who's never really played outfield ever.
Yeah, Riley Green got a hit and he got on base again. We saw Gleyber Torres have a couple knocks. That was very good to see out of the offense, especially going up against a guy like Blake Snell. Like, that's not some bum minor league guy they did that off. That's a former Cy Young winner. So it's good to see them go out and do that. Now, again, it's a long season. That was game 1. I don't want to act like I'm selling hope here, but it's better than not seeing it happen.
It's better than what we expected.
The reason they lost last night, the only reason they lost last night is because they went 0 for 15 with runners in scoring position. You will not win baseball games playing like that, especially when the other team has 4 MVPs on it. So I thought Skubal did a good job. He missed with 2 pitches. You miss with 2 pitches against the Dodgers, you're not going to see those pitches back.
I feel like he had no command, really.
I don't know. I don't think he was. I thought he was pretty dialed in for the majority. Like I said, he just missed with 2 pitches, and it was the fastball that he didn't really have that, or he wasn't placing that well, and that comes with just more games. Like Dan Dickerson said yesterday, he gave up 4 runs in his first 2 starts last year. So it's early. I'm not worried about Skubal. But shout out to Torque.
Shout out to Torque. This is what we're obviously last night's not gonna happen every single game. It's a very long season, but just I guess the confidence.
But if he can remain that dialed in, he will have a very successful season. He's not gonna go 1 for 1, 5 plates. 5.
Last year at the plate, it felt like there was like a dark cloud around him.
He was, yeah. It was
year,
bad.
There's not that.
Remember what I talked about yesterday with baseball being
you're minty.
Yeah, it's such a mental game.
No?
And we see now that he said what he said, which I still think is the dumbest thing anybody has ever said when he said he doesn't watch himself swing.
Yeah.
But he has obviously made changes.
Someone's gotten to him.
He has. It was the first time I saw him taking a bet in spring training. I was like, okay, so that was a lie.
Because saw your video.
Yeah, he looks much more comfortable. He looks more on top of everything at the plate. So keep that confidence going. And, his first game, it's going to happen, where he goes 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. He can't let that cloud what he's done in spring and in the first game.
I've been very, 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 very butthurt about the Parker Meadows situation. I say that every single day, it feels like.
Yeah.
But if Kreidler is playing the outfield like that and being competitive at bat, and Torque is the prince who's promised, if he becomes your 1-1, and not even like an all-star, superstar, I'm saying
no,
just the little bit of offense we need to survive these games, I could be in some Tigers baseball. I might watch some fucking Tigers baseball.
It's like I said yesterday, if Torque hits 30 home runs, you're making the playoffs. If he doesn't, you probably won't.
Like yesterday,
he needs to be that guy. With this lineup, with all the lefties you have, all the lefties throughout this lineup that are your best hitter, you need Torque. And he, like I said, he's got the most pop on your team. It's not even close.
So Mark Curtis from Woodward Sports Chat says Torque's going to hit at least 25. Where are you at?
He's going to what?
Hit at least 25.
At least 25 home runs. It should that should definitely be the
Is that
goal.
where you're putting it?
What did I say yesterday?
Where'd the books have it yesterday?
I don't remember, but I would say I'm going to say over 20.
I think that's fair.
Because
it's Snell.
He can't get sent down again. You cannot get sent down this year, and I don't think you will. Is Snell their ace? And even 30? You think he's going to get 30 home runs with him?
Definitely do. Because he could be consistent at times. When he hits, he could hit.
Yeah.
When he's off, he's off.
That's fair.
So for a very long season, he could definitely hit 30 home runs by the end of the season because he's a balanced hitter. But that case, he got to be consistent if you want to hit more home runs. So that case, I think 30 is even.
Yeah.
30.
I mean, I said 40 last year, and I know it didn't work out, but he should be hitting 30. Who he is, what he was drafted to be is 270, 35, and 110. Like that's what.
Steve-O Baby's with you. Denver Blair's with you.
Shout out to
30.
Torca.
Denver Blair 30 to 40.
It should be 30 to 40.
Who the hell is that guy? Why don't you introduce yourself to the heavyweight audience?
This is our guy William. Yeah, why don't you say what's up to the audience?
What up, though? It's Wayne Baker. I'll be at Wake Up Woodward Sports, but now I'm in the Woodward Heavyweights, man. Shoot, I'm here to have fun with you guys, man. Y'all got the biggest energy when it comes to 5 to 7. So that
Hell
means,
yeah.
Hey, I here to fill in, man. So shout out to you guys.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
you,
man.
brother.
Hey, big MMA fans that we might have to tap in next time there's a big card come
Hell
up.
yeah.
Too.
Most definitely.
Torkelson could get
I'm gonna
30
say
home runs.
I think 25 is fair.
Torkelson could easily get 30 home runs. Like he's done it before.
Yeah.
So he can easily
rookie
do it.
year.
Yeah. Like I said 40 last year, and that wasn't like a bold prediction coming off of what he did.
And I think he can. I really
do.
And I was down on him last year. Remember, I was hating on you when you said 40.
Yeah. I'm not going to say 40 this year. I'm not going to even say 30 this year. Could he get to 25, 20 to 30?
25 is fair.
That's
If you had to guess where the books have it right now, what would you say?
His over-under is probably like
21
23 and a half.
23, yeah.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah. I'll bump it up to 24 and a half. I think he can do 25 for sure.
Yeah.
Now, if he hits 30, like you said,
but
playoffs.
Wink made a great point. He is streaky.
Yeah.
When he hits, like I would bet Torque to hit another home run tonight.
Because he's a hit for power guy.
When he hits home runs, he hits
streaky.
them in bunches.
Yeah.
So it's his mentals, bro. It's what it is.
Mentee.
He can't, like I said, when he goes 3 games and he goes 0 for 3, 1 for 5, and 2 for 6, and has 5 strikeouts throughout those games, he can't let that weigh on him. He's got to keep doing what he's doing, the approach he's had at the plate in spring and yesterday, and he'll be fine. But I need to see it happen first. Before I'm going to believe it, I need to see it happen consistently. But I'm rooting for him, man. We fucking need him. And I like him. He seems like a bro, dude. I feel like I would slam beers with Torque all day.
Mm-hmm.
I want him to be good so bad. But I need to see it. I got hurt last year. I don't know if I'm ready to get hurt again. I was all in.
School will be the funnest one to party with for sure.
School will be great to party with. I feel like Will Vest would be great to party with too.
Yeah, or Rogers.
Oh,
Rogers.
Vest would for sure be a
Will
party.
Vest, he's got the crazy eyes.
Dude.
Roger, he said Rogers?
Rogers
Definitely
for sure.
Rogers.
Yeah.
Will Vest might have you on something funny. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know.
Will Vest will bust out the bags.
Yeah. You ever try bath salts?
Yeah. Let's go to break, though. We'll come back. We'll talk the Tigers a little bit more. But first, tell us about Feldman.
All right, let me tell you about Feldman. Feldman Chevrolet of Novi, Detroit's #1 Chevrolet dealer and the Chevy dealer for the last 6 consecutive years. We got deals going on all month. Get a 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew for just $199 a month. You can also get a 2025 Chevy Equinox for only $249 a month. Come see George Haas and his team at Feldman Chevrolet of Novi.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Let's give it up for David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Center.
You guys
You
know
son
Detroit
of a
is the
bitch.
best sports city in the entire country of America. And come party with the best Detroit sports city April 4th from 9 a.m. through the game with the heavyweights and the rest of the Woodward Sports crew down at the Detroit Opera House. Again, they're starting at 9 a.m. Get your tickets at GrandSlamDetroit.com. Smitty, who's brought to you by? Mad Packs.
Mad Packs, White Claw, and somebody else.
Shout out Jars.
Jars? Is it Jars?
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's your read.
But I'm going to be there. I'm having a good ass time.
I'm going to be having a great time. Justin Henry Malloy just hit his first home run.
Shout out. I want
443 left center.
I want to say
for
shout
the
out
Toledo
to,
Mudhens.
Somebody we've given
Not
some,
for the
some
Tigers.
bullshit to, and that's Randall Smalls in the Woodward Sports chat with the $5 super chat. Says Torque will lead the league in walks with 496. I believe I could be mistaken. I believe Randall was fighting for Torque all offseason while we were talking shit.
Probably.
I think it was Randall.
I know Keys was.
Keys was?
Yeah, I know Eazy D313 was.
Lee, do you
All
watch
your
baseball?
ops.
Yeah.
Baseball guy? Never know.
Torque's on pace for like 648 walks, something like that. And 162 home runs.
If he's hitting and patient the way he was last night, I could see it all day.
Like I said, his eye, it's never been a problem with his eye. He's always seen the strike zone extremely well. It's just he couldn't make contact last year, and he made contact.
So I just want to issue.
So did Justin Henry Malloy.
It's one game.
His first home run.
It's
for
one
the
game.
Mudhens.
But I
5
wanna issue
minutes
an
ago.
apology to Randall Smalls. Sorry for talking shit, calling you crazy, making fun of you for believing in Torque.
443 left center for the Mudhens.
You act like Margot didn't do good. He did straight last night. He was straight as hell.
Trey Sweeney didn't even play. Or Trey Sweeney
No, he did. He put him in the clutch moment out of nowhere.
Yeah. Burn in the Woodward Sports Chat with the Super Chat as well. He says, now we just need Chris Illich to be visited by 3 ghosts of Tigers past, present, and future to open his heart to spending and buying the biggest goose. That's fair.
That's fair.
Who would that be?
I'd have to see who the free
Al
agent.
Kaline.
Oh, it'd be Mr. I.
Okay.
Ty Cobb. Ty Cobb is passed. It'd be Max Clark. Present, it would be Scooble or Riley Green. And past, it would be Ty Cobb.
Max Clark, the future.
Max Clark's future.
Riley Green, the present.
Riley Green, present. Ty Cobb, past. All outfielders.
Yeah, or Scooble.
No, you got to do Riley Green, so they're all outfielders.
Hey, the pitch, you got to get your Cy Young in there.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm a fucking Cy Young. Yeah. I'll pray for
Spencer,
that.
how did you become a Sparty fan? Easy, Platty. I went to Michigan State.
Yep. Same here.
Played at
Graduated.
Michigan State. And then I sold drugs at Michigan State.
Who got the best win between Michigan
Xanthine.
and Michigan State?
Who's got the best what?
The women.
The women?
Michigan State.
We got that
Yeah.
one. We got that one.
Easily,
Brother, come on.
easily Michigan State.
I got to get a tie with Michigan because I did went to Ann Arbor, bro, a couple times.
All the bad bitches that you saw at those parties did not go to Michigan. Michigan's full of nerds.
They were for the weekend.
Nah, Michigan State, the bad bitches out there.
I've never actually partied at
Insane.
Michigan. I was never even like, it was never a thought in my head.
I partied in Michigan a lot because my brothers and my sister went there.
And?
There are some baddies for sure, but not like State.
And what's the parties like?
Parties, I mean.
Were they different than Michigan State parties?
No, I mean, they weren't as frequent.
Yeah.
Like Michigan State, you can walk down Gunston. There's 7
Dude,
house parties
it's a
going
blo-
on.
yeah, dude,
there's
it's a
7
whole-
house parties going on. in
Cedar
one block.
Village is like
an entire
experience.
apartment
Yeah.
complex
Yeah.
of
It's a
bangers
giant
being
house
thrown.
party.
Yeah.
I was there for Halloween. One of the
Cedar
craziest
Village
nights of my life.
Cedar Village is a shithole, dude.
Dude,
There's
there's just blocks apart.
Cedar
It's
Village is
crazy.
just that's like
Saw a guy in a cat.
it's like
stealing a
Baghdad,
laptop.
dude. Yeah, Cedar Village is like Baghdad, bro.
I
It's
seen
just-
I seen what Zion when the State upset Zion and Duke. I remember this one. So like the police
That was the
were
last
already
couch I
there
burnt in my
with
career.
the police were already there with riot gear, and somebody in Cedar Village just like ran out and he was like, yeah, let's get him. And then he was just like messing with the police. He just like ran out in his drawers or whatever and just like was like screaming like, yeah, let's get him, pretend like he was gonna start a riot. And then he was like, oh shit, acting like he didn't see that they were there. It was funny as hell. He was wild, dude.
Yeah, you gotta work in your storytelling.
Yeah, I realized I couldn't like paint the picture as I was telling the story, but
you're too deep.
Yeah,
that's
just committed to it.
We've all been there.
Yeah,
that's the worst fucking feeling, honestly.
Yeah, when you're just stuck.
Yeah, you say, you explain.
I normally just be like, never mind.
Yeah,
but then somebody else.
I'm just fucking stupid. Don't.
well, I like doubled down because I'm like, I can't just go. You had to be there. It's just like that's just.
Yeah, I burnt my last
sucks.
couch that day.
Good for you,
Kenny Goins.
That was a good time.
Burnt a couch.
We had a couch because we had like one of those screened-in porches with like the door that brings you into the porch.
Yeah.
We always had a couch on there. You fucking crash on there at night if you forget your key or something. You're hammered. I just threw that bitch through the fucking like screen window. It popped off. Threw that bitch through there. Threw it in the street.
Probably hit someone.
No, everybody was out the streets going crazy.
And East Lansing Halloween was unlike anything.
Halloween's different. St. Patrick's Day is different.
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day, Western Michigan University. They have the I don't know what they call it, some type of crawl, and it was a fucking blast. And same thing, the police came out, the riot gear and everything like that. These kids in the middle of the complex were like fighting, and as soon as the one kid punched him, the other took off his shirt. As soon as he got done taking off his shirt to fight, fucking got mazed. He's also one that got punched in the face. And the reason why the fight started is the other kid threw an ice ball at him. So this kid, a little worse luck, had an ice ball threw at him. The kid who was gonna fight punched him in the face first.
Yeah.
And then he finally gets ready to go, and the cops are fucking macing him.
That's a
He's
L.
arrested. That's the worst.
That's a
I
L
felt so
taking
bad
that
watching
L.
that from a distance.
I never got into any fights when I was in state.
That was at Western Michigan.
I just I don't know. I was never trying. I'm a happy guy. Try to be happy.
Yeah.
So I don't like go out looking for fights if I'm drunk or something like that.
You did push that one guy at the bar.
That was the only time that I had an altercation. I pushed him through like 6 bar stools. He was wearing a Clark Kent costume. He touched my face. I fucking pushed him. He went flying through. My boy was the bartender. He looked at me. He was like, bro. He's like, you can't do that. You gotta leave. I was like, all right.
When I first went to Eastern Michigan, I met this one chick that, she was cool, but overall, I got some guy from the fraternity house went to my DMs and Facebook, want to challenge me, told me, you better stay away to such and such. I said, I'm not from the fraternities, and I will pull up. And the guy, I ain't see him. He said, oh, you don't go there no more. And one of my guys who trained at Crunk Gym, hey, I know this guy. Leave him alone. I said, okay. As for you, brother, I love you to death because we was training in the same boxing gym in Detroit. I said, when I saw him at the fights, I saw him and I remember him. He saw me, got his girl walking real fast after the show. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes it ain't worth doing nothing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's worth nothing and save yourself jail time because
honestly,
jail sucks.
that's the best advice. It is not worth it.
It's not worth it, especially
worth it.
getting arrested. One thing, but you don't know who has a gun nowadays. Like you punch somebody calls you a bitch. You go and hit them. They pull out a gun. They shoot you. You're dead. Is it worth it? Is that worth your pride? Like no.
I did start a brawl one time. I wasn't even in it.
Yeah.
I tell you that. I said that story all the time.
You started a brawl in Royal Oak. I was there.
Yeah, I didn't start that.
Yeah, you did, dude.
I did not. I'll fight you right now and say that I started that shit. Fuck you. Absolutely.
Like some things ain't worth
Don't pull out the 9, Jamal. No, but I stepped on this guy's girlfriend on Halloween. And we're on a porch with no railing, and the guy pushed me, so I fell off. My boy Craig fired off on him. My whole high school football team was there, so it was my high school football team versus whatever. I don't know if it was a frat. I don't know where the fuck we were, but it's funny because my boy Gaines in the middle of the street. His pants are all the way down. He's just in the fucking middle of the street,
swinging and
swinging. He's our big defensive tackle, but shout out to the boys.
Shout out. Yeah, it's not worth it. Don't fight people. We're not kids anymore.
No fight. But in baseball and hockey.
Yeah,
it's okay.
And, honestly, that's awesome. I love it. When baseball fights are great.
Baseball fights are
when
great.
Runador Dor
always so pissed off.
Runador Dor dropped Jose Bautista.
Yep.
Jose Ramirez dropped Tim Anderson, dude. Those are some of the cleanest punches I've seen in a non-combat sport.
Yeah.
Like they got
it makes
right
sense
on the
that guys are getting KO'd in the baseball fights, the best hand-eye.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Like basketball, for whatever reason, when they fight, not a single punch is.
They don't know how to fight, dude.
Yeah, like you guys are premier athletes.
Yeah.
You can't punch. Oh, Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
Man, he got clipped. So he missed.
He tried to throw the helmet and it went right into the dirt. Yeah.
That's what he gets.
Yeah.
Everybody loves that when Bryce Harper got his ass whooped.
Yep.
Classic.
What's your favorite sports fight ever? Outside of fights.
I mean,
isn't what you said?
No. Darren McCarty killing Claude Lemieux.
That's true, but we weren't alive for that one. So
still my
favorite. When you were alive for?
One was out. I was alive for that.
When do you watch live?
One that I watched live. When Rick Porcello hip tossed Kevin Youkilis.
Oh, I do remember that.
He fucking Youkilis charged the mound on Rick Porcello.
Yeah.
Porcello was ready for it. Hip tossed his ass quick. It was nice.
Kevin Youkilis.
Kevin Youkilis had the dumbest batting stance of all time.
Wild. All right, we gotta go to break. Get back on track.
Yeah, we do got to get back on track.
Shout out to Kryler. We'll just jump to the Detroit lines. You guys let us know the Woodward Sports chat, but tell us about.
Shout out to Kryler and Margot.
Where you go if you do get injured in a fight, and that's Dr. Pierce.
Dr. Pierce. Nobody in the Woodward Sports chat says, would the ghost of Ty Cobb be a crazy racist still?
That's why we said Ty Cobb.
Probably. That would provide some comedic relief. Like Max Clark and Riley Green are like looking at him like, oh, jeez. Like, don't listen to him. Listen to us. Riley Green's like, I'm Dominican, right? But all right, let's go to break. Dr. Pierce. Dr. Pierce, come on. Attention, sports fans. Don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce at Michigan Sports and Spine. You can check him out on Big D Energy every Tuesday and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz every Thursday. Visit him at MichiganSportsAndSpine.com or give him a call at 248-426-9944.
Listen, I'm not sure who, but somebody let the Tigers get hot.
The Detroit Tigers are locked and loaded for another great summer in Detroit. And it all starts downtown at the biggest home opener party in the city. Join Woodward Sports at Grand Slam Festival as we take over the Detroit Opera House parking lot. A big-ass tent for a big-ass Detroit party. Get your tickets now at GrandSlamFestival.com or follow Woodward Sports on X and IG for your chance to get in for free. Party across from Comerica Park and hear the roar as the Tigers take the field for the first time in 2025. DJs, food trucks, bartenders, live broadcasts, and more. See you for the Tigers' first home game of the season, April 4th at the Grand Slam Festival with Detroit's biggest party animals, Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsAndSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
It's fun. I'm watching during the break, we're just talking about like more sports fights, whatever, and I'm watching Bryce Harper crash out. But I don't know if you guys saw during the offseason at some point, he started doing like this coffee time where he's chilling on his counter, making coffee and speaking like so peacefully.
Bryce Harper is a crash out because he's a virgin.
Virgin?
No, I don't know. He's not a virgin.
That's impossible.
He's not a virgin.
He got more pussy.
No way.
He doesn't drink or smoke though. He's like straight edge.
Could you imagine if he'd be a wreck?
Well, if he smoked, it would probably help him.
Yeah, maybe he smoked. He's a crash out.
He's a crash out for sure. I love Bryce Harper.
Yeah, I like Bryce Harper. I remember just watching him when he was in high school. They had him on ESPN.
he's a dog, bro. He literally dropped out of high school, got his GED, and got into the MLB.
Dog.
Like he was like, why should I graduate high school? I can go to MLB right now. They're like, all right, yeah, I mean that makes sense, and he did. He's 17.
He's one of those guys.
Yeah,
life is a video game.
For sure.
Be doing
But
it Bryce Harper.
I mean, I don't know. I would want to smoke and drink.
Yeah, definitely.
But maybe that's what gave him his powers.
All right. The top you guys really came for the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions re-signed another player from last year's roster, and that's Ayoade. How do you say? You know what I'm saying?
Coyote Osaka.
There you go. He does not look like that name. I would expect an Asian fellow.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, that's fair.
Either way, he is back with the Detroit Lions.
You should have AI make Yodi Asian. An Asian fella is crazy. I was expecting a Chinaman. That's crazy, bro. Oh man,
Loom got us right for
Loom's got us right for sure.
Shout out.
No, but this is a good signing. I like Yodi. I talked about it a couple times since we've been talking about them needing a guard because they moved on from Kevin Zeitler. I like Yodi a lot. I think he's a great player for what he is. Like, he's not a Pro Bowler. He's not even a starter. He could be a starter if you need him to, but...
Ty Cobb's personal hell is him playing baseball against all the fucking Dominicans.
Yeah. him taking at bats against Uroldis Chapman. He's getting struck out by 105 mile per hour fastballs from a 6'7" black Dominican guy. He just has to constantly live that.
That's what he's experiencing hell right now.
No, but like I said, Yodi's a great player for who he is, for what he is, for what you expect out of him. Every time the Lions have called on him in the past couple of years, he has gone out there and he's played at a high level. So this is a very good depth piece to have on that line. This guy who knows the scheme, knows the players, knows the coaches. You couldn't ask for a better backup guard to be in this situation than a guy like Yodi because, like I said, he's gone in there. He's done it before. If somebody needs to take a break, we've seen him play right guard. We've seen him play left guard next to these guys in this scheme, and he's played well. So very good signing for the Lions. I'm sure is another 1 year, $1 million deal. Good depth piece. It's just what Brad Holmes has been doing all offseason. He's been making the right move.
I'm comfortable now, too. Like, the way I was kind of spazzing out about the guard spot, obviously you didn't a guy that's like an upgrade over
because you didn't trust Sorsdale.
Correct. I mean, there's like somebody who could fill in a spell if Graham does get hurt. Because, again, he's getting older. The body's deteriorating as well as some of the skill set or athleticism. I won't say skill set, but the athleticism. And now I have a guy that I've seen in that spot hold it down before in Ayoade, and that does make me a little bit more happy and at peace with it.
Yeah. And, again, now they don't have any needs at all. Now you can't say they even need a backup guard. So Brad might draft a wide receiver in the first round. Like, I don't fucking know.
Don't say that.
Somebody
messaged me that last night.
He might go
Matthew Golden.
He might go BPA. No, I don't know. I still think they're going to get an edge rusher. But, no, this is a signing I think they needed to make. A signing I'm glad they made. And welcome back, Yodi. We hardly missed ye.
What?
Like we hardly knew ye, but we hardly missed ye because he's only gone for like a month.
I knew no one was. No offense. I'm not like this. I don't want this to come off disrespectful, but I knew who else was going to sign him away from us. You got PT here. You got better here. Why would you want to go anywhere else?
And yeah, why would you want to play between anybody other than Frank Ragnow and Penei Sewell?
Seriously.
Darn, I got to go in and play between two all-pros?
Not to mention Hank Fraley, too.
Yep.
The best offensive line coach in the league. Why would you want to be anywhere else or learn from anybody else other than this offensive line group?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why you would. I was kind of surprised it took so long to happen. But, again, I am a little bit more at peace with that heading into the season. Yeah, you're right. This does probably change the draft strategy a little bit. I don't think that Brad was going to go guard or defensive end regardless no matter what, but I think he's still going to go BPA. But now it's even more so on the board.
Mm-hmm.
What position would you be most pissed at?
The vibes are immaculate today, Super Bowl Vaughn. It's a good day.
Oh, yeah.
I saw you looking at someone.
I'm looking at everybody. It's a good day in that factory, too. Come get your haircut.
Damn good day.
Yeah.
Right here.
What was the question?
What was the
question?
What pick would you be most pissed off with? What position?
Corner. Like out of any position, not even like the ones we're talking about.
Yeah.
Corner or running back. That would piss me off the most.
Yeah, I see.
Because I could
running back and Pistons.
I could make I could do brain gymnastics if you take a wide receiver or a safety. I could be like, all right, he was probably the best athlete there. You kind of need it.
I'd be kind of pissed at safety. But
yeah, first would be wild.
I guess what would he be doing? He wouldn't.
He's gonna take an edge rusher, dude. It's gonna happen.
First year defensive coordinator too. I don't think he could force a fit to get the safety on the field to have the best players out there. I don't know. I think safety be one.
Any BBWs in that factory?
Tight end, I'd crash out.
No. No BBWs in that factory.
Tight end, I'd crash.
Tight end,
out.
you crash. I'd crash out with.
Yeah.
What if it was Colston Loveland?
Actually, I really like Colston Loveland. So actually, I'd be.
What if he was there, sitting there on the? How hard are you sweating if they're sitting there and Colston Loveland's on the board?
Bro, I would be mad if they took him.
What the hell did you
Really?
say?
Honestly, yeah, I think Colston Loveland's a good player.
I think he's a good player too.
But,
But they're not gonna do it. We're talking crazy right now, and it's fun because this is crazy, stupid season because nobody knows what's gonna happen until the draft actually happens. So it's all speculations. If they take a linebacker, I'd crash out.
Jihad Campbell,
unless it was Jihad Campbell. If they took like a middle linebacker,
like just a random.
Yeah, I don't even know who it would be.
In the,
if they took Jihad Campbell, I'd be happy.
Yeah,
I think I've been over that before.
Yeah, Nick's mock, didn't he go like 16 or something? He went pretty high.
Yeah, he's a dog.
He's been going pretty high.
He's I think he's pound for pound a top 3 prospect.
Would you trade up for him though? Because I know you like him. You wouldn't trade up for him.
No.
Yeah.
What? If I'm trading up for somebody, it's going to be a
edge.
defensive end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think where I'm at with this draft is Brad Holmes is essentially just, we don't know who his guy is, but he's just going to get his guy. And I think one of these edges has separated themselves in Brad Holmes' eyes. I don't know who it is, but one of them has stood out to Brad at this point, and I think Brad is going to, if he has to trade up to get him, or if he is around his pick, just make the selection. So I think Brad Holmes is probably just locked in on one specific edge that he really wants, and it's just a matter of will he trade up to get him, or is he going to fall on his lap at 28?
Broder said he's going Malachi Starks at 28. Yeah, I would not be happy with that. And he's not going to.
I think Malachi Starks is a good player.
Great player.
Would it make sense?
You have the 2 best safeties in the NFL.
I would almost trade out of the spot.
Yes.
Then just take him.
And what was his name? Matt Miller?
Matt Miller, yeah.
Matt Miller? Eat shit, bud.
Yeah.
That was the worst mock draft I've ever seen in my life. And trust me, I've seen a lot of bad ones. I see Chris's mock drafts. But
mine was pretty good.
This he's going to get an edge. I am 100% stoneclad positive he's going to get an edge. And I know that's the most dangerous thing you can say about Brad Holmes drafting, but
you're very that is very dangerous to say.
But like I said, last year how it was I'm BPA guy, everybody sold on that. In a draft class that was extremely deep in cornerback, he traded up to get his cornerback. Cornerback was the number 1 position of need for the Detroit Lions. This year, the number 1 position of need for the Detroit Lions is defensive end. And this draft class is very deep in defensive end. So I believe Brad is either going to move up to 24 or something like that, nothing crazy, to get a defensive end, which would still be a BPA pick, but it's also getting his guy. Because BPA is good when you have 6 holes you need to fill. But you have to do a little bit of a balance when you have a roster like we do.
Brother,
and I think he will. I think he did last year personally.
Yeah, and if not, you move the board.
Like another Brian Branch on the field? Malachi Starks?
I would rather have a defensive end. We don't need another Brian Branch on the field. We need a guy that's going to kill the quarterback.
I don't know if I view him in that light.
Deion Walker for Kentucky.
What was that?
Deion Walker for Kentucky.
Yeah. Detroit native.
Yes, indeed. Cass Tech alumni. He could be a good fit.
What if he drafts Milroe? How would you feel? If he drafted Milroe, this city would light on. Stick would lose. I guarantee you, if he drafted Jalen Milroe, Stick would be like, fire Brad Holmes.
Stick would be all about it.
Hell no.
Stick loves those mobile quarterbacks. Remember Malik Willis coming out?
Stick. Nice.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. You had me there. I was like, what do you mean?
No, I don't.
I talked about Milroe on my Twitch.tv/BenMoreX. And I was like, if the Lions drafted Milroe, I wouldn't be mad. But that's what I was talking about, 3rd and 4th round pick, not a 1st round pick.
I guess I'd have to watch, because I gotta be honest with you, I've watched nothing other than highlights when it comes to Starks.
Yeah,
I'm like, we're not taking a safety, but maybe we should dive in because I've seen him go pretty early.
Burn wants it. Well. Burn really wants it. You talking about Milroe? You want Milroe that bad?
I don't. He's not a quarterback. I mean,
he's going to be super Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
That's what I talked when I was like, if the Lions could get him in the 3rd or 4th round.
Like a 4-4 his pro day or something?
Yeah.
Like that? Yeah.
If the Lions could get him in the 3rd or 4th round, he could be your super Taysom Hill. I would love that, but I'm not taking him in the 1st round.
Yeah, I'm even good in the 4th round, to be honest with you. We'll gather some more names. I'll watch some Malachi Stark. I don't want to, because Brad might do it. Sick fuck.
Could you imagine, though, goal line package, tush push with Jalen Milroe, or you run the fucking flea flicker throwback. Amon-Ra throws it back to Jalen Milroe in the corner of the end zone.
I really don't understand why we don't. There wasn't like
Tush
a set
push
package
for Booker. I'm not doing it
or
with
a
Goff.
Leem. Like you could put anybody there. A tush push with a Leem McNeil
I would do it with Brock Wright.
or a Leem McNeil.
Brock Wright's like 6'7".
Yeah, Brock Wright, anytime touchdown still haunts me.
Lee McNeil is a former running back.
And he's an athlete, former outfielder.
Maybe we'll see if John Morton implements a tush push. It shouldn't be with Jared Goff though. Like, can we agree on that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't want Jared Goff jamming his thumb or fucking twisting an ankle or something. Yeah. Don't need that.
He's got a long, lanky body that would work for it, but I don't want him to get hurt.
Brad Holmes loves his Alabama guys. Milroe is on the table. $5 super chat from Bird. They're not drafting Jalen Milroe. If they draft Jalen Milroe,
they're not gonna do it.
If they draft Jalen Milroe, I'll eat 50 hot dogs.
That's disgusting.
My balls was hot.
You gotta say pause.
In the 1st round. Pause. If they draft Jalen Milroe,
you can't put that. No one's gonna take him for. Don't say that.
He very well could.
Pause. No one's taking Milroe in the 1st round.
Christian Ponder got taken in the 1st round.
Yeah, but that's like different times. Bro.
It's the same thing. It's a quarterback, bro.
No one. I'll eat the 50 hot dogs
if he gets drafted in the 1st round.
Yeah,
100
There's
glizzies.
not a chance to get going in the 1st round.
I think there's a chance.
There's zero chance.
He's the 4th best quarterback in the draft.
He's not a fucking quarterback.
Neither was Lamar.
Hold on.
Bill Polian.
That's way different. Did Lamar win the Heisman?
Shout out, gun guy. Take your pants off. Lamar did win the Heisman.
Yeah, that's different. That guy could play the quarterback position. Milroe, I don't know.
No, bet something realistic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not even realistic.
The content would be electric for sure.
I would lose my mind. Broder says he wants to be clear. He'd rather go edge or defensive tackle.
I agree.
But he certainly wouldn't be mad at Starks for real.
I mean, I think safety is the 3rd biggest position of need that the Detroit Lions have, so I'd rather him draft a safety than a linebacker. But
I mean, you could force him into,
I would have to see who's still on the board. If he drafts Malachi Starks and Michael Williams is still on the board, yeah, I'm going to be pissed. But if all those edges are gone, Trevor Booker's gone, I wouldn't be, fuming. I wouldn't be happy, but I wouldn't be fuming. All right, let's go to break. We're going to come back. We're going to keep talking Lions, but first, tell us about Mark White.
Mark White gonna do you right. Mark White gonna change your life and save you up to $5,000 in the closing costs of your brand new home. Visit them on markwhitesells.com or dial up 248-290-8242. Again, markwhitesells.com or dial up 248-290-8242. Save yourself up to $5,000 on the closing costs of your brand new home.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Woodward Sports is live in downtown Detroit for Tigers opening day.
This one's blasted. Out toward the bullpen.
Live from the Grand Slam Festival at the Detroit Opera House.
Way back, forget it. Out of here.
Brought to you by Mad Packs, Jars, and White Claw.
Jars Cannabis, guys, is top shelf quality, unmatched variety, and price for the people. 27 locations across the great state of Michigan. Find one near you by visiting shopjars.com. Locations including ones coming to Madison Heights, Grand Rapids, and Milan. It's shopjars.com.
Shop it.
Shop. Everything litty at the spot. I can't wait. I'm gonna have a good night tonight. Tigers.
Yeah.
Well,
State.
I start with the Tigers. Then. Who am I? Yeah, Michigan
You're gonna watch
State,
the
Michigan, Tigers. How interested are we in the Pistons without K Cunningham tonight?
They might get smoked.
Yeah. I don't know if I care to watch that one. Same time as MSU, by the way, too. So it's like.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to watch it.
Probably not going to watch it.
Detroit's got a stacked day. Detroit's got a stacked day today.
Yeah, they do.
Look at this.
7 o'clock, you got the Pistons. 7:09, Michigan State. 9:39, you got
Go
Michigan.
ahead and get a snack.
And then 10:10, you got the Tigers.
So, Solo TV, what do you got on tonight? I know
Michigan
you're not
State.
Gonna,
Michigan
no,
State.
I think Michigan State. That 9:39, Tigers over Michigan?
Yeah.
Because it's finally back.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I want to see Torque.
Me too.
Shout out to
I
Thorpe.
want to see if he can do it again.
It's an interesting time right now.
Shout out the fucking Tortas.
Fucking Dorcas, you know? Malik, a.k.a. Chef, says, realistically,
Chef.
I lost a comment, but basically he was saying, realistically, this fan base would be pissed at any offensive position, not offensive line.
Yeah, for sure. And they should be.
I was just trying to think through it during the commercial break, like, I don't know that there's no. I don't think there's a position I'd be upset with, to be honest with you, at all. I was just talking about it. Like, I don't really crash out about anything.
You just said tight end.
Kicker.
But if it's Col- but the guys would be there in that spot though.
Yeah.
Like Colson Loveland, I'm fine with. Amari and Hampton, I'm fine with. Like,
What, running back?
yeah,
You'd be fine if they drafted a running back at 28?
I would be if it's Amari and Hampton.
Dude, come on.
I could do the mental gymnastics for that one.
I could not.
I love Dave Montgomery, slowing down. He is.
Dude.
He was injured.
He's slowing down even before then though. Behind the line of
He
scrimmage.
had the best year of his
He was
career.
phenomenal after the line of scrimmage, or like breaking tackles and stuff like that. But he don't got the same burst.
He had a 75-yard touchdown. What do you mean?
Last year?
2 years?
Yeah.
Last year or the year before that?
No,
2 years
wasn't it
ago?
the
Yeah,
Titans
against the
game?
Chargers. That was 2 years ago. He's slowing down.
He was injured, bro.
Before the injury.
I don't know. This is real mental gymnastics.
That ain't real mental gymnastics. You could watch it. He's out of the backfield before he hits the line of scrimmage. He's slower than he used to be. Just straight up is. Still a phenomenal player. Obviously can still break tackles. And obviously still like a great football mind. And I love having him on my team. But thinking for the future,
I don't know.
I know they extend him too.
I think that's
do
a
the mental gymnastics for Amari Hampton.
reach.
I'd be fine with
I
it.
think that's a reach. That David Montgomery's slowing down.
It's definitely
That
not
is something you'd have to convince yourself of.
Amari Hampton, yes. But him slowing down, that's not even a debate. Like, he's not the same athlete he was 2 years ago. But Amari Hampton, yeah, I could do mental gymnastics for that one too. The only one maybe, I can't believe I'm saying this, quarterback. That'd probably be the only position. I'm
What
like,
if it was
what the
Jackson
fuck?
Dart?
Actually, I wouldn't be upset that either, bro. Like, I actually, especially if it's Brad making like the crazy pick, because like I trust Brad as well. So it's like, all right.
What if it was Jalen Milroe?
Here we go. Okay, I'd be pissed.
Okay.
I'm like, first and foremost, I'd eat 50 fucking hot
Is it
dogs.
because he's black and you marginalize black quarterbacks?
No, I say I marginalize white quarterbacks.
Yeah, I know.
That's the statement.
I know. I tried to.
You try to flip it?
Spin zone.
What? Yeah, no. No, first I'd be pissed
Master
about
of
the
the spin
50 hot
zone
dogs.
right
Second,
there.
I'd be pissed because he doesn't fucking play quarterback. He's going to be a tight end or some shit.
You sound like Bill Polian right now.
No, I don't at all.
I don't know who that is,
Him
but that
and Lamar
sounds
Jackson.
This guy
disrespectful.
said Lamar's going to be a wide
That
receiver.
sounded disrespectful.
Don't even do that. Lamar was always going to be a quarterback.
Easy Polian over here.
This guy's easy Polian.
No, I think Jalen Milroe will be super Taysom Hill.
Yeah. Which, quarterback?
Yeah.
No.
Sometimes.
He played fucking tight end.
He plays quarterback too.
He played tight end until they needed him to play quarterback.
And then he got packages at quarterback. He was playing like every
So he's a
second drive or something.
Tight end. He played tight end, Spencer. That's what he played.
He also played quarterback. You
Yeah,
can't say he didn't play quarterback.
But he was mainly a tight end.
And he was also a quarterback.
Okay, but he was mainly a tight end.
That
correct?
played quarterback.
Correct?
That played
Mainly
quarterback.
tight end?
Did he play quarterback?
Mainly tight end?
Did he play quarterback?
Mainly tight end?
Did he play quarterback?
Can you answer my question first?
Yes.
Okay, that's it.
Did he play quarterback?
That's all I want to know.
Can you answer that?
He played quarterback once in a while.
Okay, so he's a quarterback.
Mainly a tight end.
And a quarterback.
Tight end. I'm not doing this with you.
Guys, don't
on fantasy, you can play him at quarterback or tight end. So, boom.
I don't need to play him at
Stone Cold. Yes, you can. Next to his name, it says
they had
QB
to
tight
switch
end.
it.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
It says QB tight end.
But they had to switch it mid-season.
Yeah, because nobody knew who he was.
Okay, that's
he
what I
wasn't
said.
playing at all.
That's why I said you denied that fact.
What?
They had to switch it mid-season.
Okay, who cares? It's what it is now.
I know, but I'm just saying, don't shoot that off. That wasn't the thing that happened. They had to change it.
Yeah, they have to put new players as positions when they get in the NFL.
No, mid-season in fantasy, they'd change it. You could optionally play him at quarterback. Either way. Eazy said Milroe don't have the accuracy.
Grommet
He can't read
0237
defenses.
he says
Yeah.
he's listed as a quarterback.
Milroe?
Yeah, no, Taysom Hill. Or it might be Milroe.
We don't know what he's talking about. He just said it, yeah. No, Milroe will be listed as a quarterback, but I'm telling you, he's not. I don't think that guy's a quarterback at the NFL level. Like, I don't.
You sound like Bill Polian.
Okay, that's fine. I don't care. I'll sound like Bill Polian. Don't give a fuck.
Sounds mean.
Trying to spin zone that one. He's not Lamar Jackson.
I mean, he
Lamar
could be.
Jackson won a fucking Heisman. That, like Bill Polian. That's the crazy thing about that too. is
Jalen
they would
Milroe-
always go to him like Bill Polian, draft expert.
Yeah.
Bill Polian. Like no, the draft is not. There's no perfect science to it. Like there's different routes to success for everybody. Some guys just drafting the best player available. Some guys drafting what they need. But at the end of the day, there's no perfect science to it. You're taking a risk on a human being, and humans are imperfect. But Bill Polian shitting on Lamar Jackson it definitely discredited all the hype he got.
Pot calling the kettle a pot.
Sure.
I see what you did there.
Thanks.
Good one.
To tote her on that one.
Oh, yeah.
To tote her on that one real smooth.
Eazy said Milroe don't have the accuracy and can't read defense.
Yeah, can Jalen Milroe do anything that, or can Jalen Milroe can't do what Anthony Richardson's doing right now?
Be bad?
Yeah.
At the quarterback position?
Yeah.
He'd be worse than
Would
Anthony
he?
Richardson. Yes.
I don't know. I don't know if he would. Anthony Richardson's kind of ass.
He would be worse than Anthony Richardson. Zach Soapy's trying, but I'm too high. The only time I'm getting pissed off when he's like, no, it never happened. That's why I don't like getting gaslit.
You're the king gaslighter.
You were the king gaslighter.
When have I gaslit you?
Just 5 minutes ago.
I know, you're making that up.
You fucking got it. You got it.
I don't even know what gaslighting is. How can I gaslight you?
Your cup literally says, your heavyweight cup literally says master of spin zone.
Hey, spin zone and gaslighting are different.
Says a gaslighter.
Have you seen this Abdul Carter stuff? That he won't work out of the Penn State Pro Day because he's dealing with injuries?
Yeah, his shoulder.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to tank his stock.
You think so?
I do. Dude,
Dude.
why is that just not coming up? Because at the combine, doctors examined you.
Yeah.
And they came with, oh, there's something wrong with your foot. And he's okay, yeah, well, I'm not going to run because I got this figured out with my foot. Okay. Then why didn't the doctors bring up the freaking shoulder?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? I
You think
really
he did it
do.
to himself? He's punched himself in the shoulder at night?
He doesn't want to play for the Browns.
He just fucking jams it
Have you
into a
ever-
door.
You haven't seen Always Sunny, dude.
I would, you'd want to play with the Browns if they were, winning
When he
games.
starts hitting himself? Yeah. Dude, you got to watch Always Sunny.
Bro.
You'll love it.
That show was good, but it was just too long. But it was the highlights are.
Oh, dude, the
like
first
whenever
the
I see
first,
a clip,
8 seasons,
is great.
10 seasons are elite. What was I gonna say?
After you go vegan, just release a video of you smoking a bowl if you want your draft stock to tank.
There you go.
But maybe
that is true too.
That might not work these days because Larry
I think
Tunsil
it
went
still
on to become
would.
a pretty
They
good
still
left
got
tackle.
the same owners.
Making
Take a
meth
little
to be
bit.
safe.
But not like it did. Not if you're number one overall.
I mean, already dealing with the injuries. He should just find an old lady and push her down some stairs.
What do you think he's trying to drop to? Like Cowboys or something?
I was thinking Raiders. Be with Max Crosby.
That'd be sweet.
Cowboys, though, too, with Micah Parsons. Where's he from?
I'm about to look it up right now.
He's not from Pennsylvania, is he? Abdul Carter trying to get drafted by the Bears. Yeah, okay.
I guess also, though, like some people have just come out.
Who do you think said that one, Easy?
No, he is from Pennsylvania.
Damn, wow. Who do you think said that one?
What?
Abdul Carter trying to get drafted by the Bears.
Demond Dice.
Yep. Surprise, surprise.
Who the fuck would want to be drafted by the Bears outside of somebody that grew up as a Chicago's Bear?
They win a lot of off seasons.
Nobody right now would openly choose to be a Chicago Bear without millions of fucking dollars offered.
Dennis and D tried crack is a great episode. My favorite is The Gang Misses the Boat. Dude.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Always Sunny, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you gotta watch it. You'll literally be like, if
you'll be hooked.
Partake in some loom and watch Always Sunny, you'll be in tears the whole night. Jesus Christ, the kid's an idiot.
We gotta come up with a song about
how we don't diddle kids. It's no good diddling kids.
Hell no.
The only way for people to make people think you're diddling kids is to write a song about it.
Dude, the one at the art gallery too. That one cracks me.
Derivative. Derivative. That's such a good dude. Danny DeVito, prime Danny DeVito.
Dude. When he has,
you make him sound like a sex.
When he has the microphone on the boat and he's just like, I used to bang whores.
So one thing about me, I like banging whores.
Classic.
So good, dude.
I haven't seen any of it.
You gotta watch it. I'm telling you.
I do like the clips you sent me though; they're pretty funny.
Yeah.
Tell us about Les Stanford.
Les Stanford, I will. 'Cause that's what I talk about is Les Stanford. Les Stanford Buick GMC has great offers for everyone. Get a 2024 Envision Avenir for only $299 per month, or try out a 2025 Sierra Crew Cab Elevation for $229 per month. Don't forget about the 2025 Hummer EV SUV for $799 per month. Get to Les Stanford today and check out their massive inventory. Les Stanford Buick GMC, lesstanford.com.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
I don't remember his name either. It was Jeremy Reisman.
We got a video.
All right. Well,
it was about. I think it was
Spencer's words.
Oh, it was. Yeah, all right,
some old dude saying something.
Some old dude saying something about the Lions.
Shout out, Steve.
The Lions had an advantage over the league a couple years ago, and now they have a disadvantage. And let me explain why. I'm going to use an analogy. So, back in the World Series of Poker in the early 2000s, players were too conservative, not aggressive enough. All right. And Chris Moneymaker wasn't that good of a player, but he was somewhat of a maniac where he would be ultra aggressive. And aggression is good in no-limit poker. He was too aggressive, all right? So he made some mistakes, but he was still better than the field, all right? He wasn't the best player, but he was better than the field, and he wound up winning. So the Lions are like Chris Moneymaker. They directionally figured it out before the rest of the NFL. We want to go for it. We want to go for it way more than the rest of the league. So they had an advantage, but they're not optimal. They make bad decisions. They go for it too much. They go for it 4th and goal from the 6 because Dan Campbell just decides, let me just, that's what we do, right? They go for it when they're up 14 in the playoffs, when they can kick a field goal and go up 17 against San Francisco late in the third quarter. Mistake. So given that, and given these other NFL teams who were sissies and they weren't aggressive enough or have moved more to optimality, and the Lions are too aggressive, the Lions will actually have a disadvantage, in my opinion, this year versus a lot of teams.
Listen up, you old fucking chode. The only sissy around here is you. If I hear you question the Detroit Lions again, they're not. They might be the trendsetters. They might be the aggressive team, the guys that did it first, the cool ones in the club. But now they don't need that gimmick anymore. They don't. They might needed that 2 years ago when the roster wasn't set, when they didn't have it. They don't need the gimmick anymore, you chode, because they have one of the best rosters in the NFL. So they can line up and shove it down your throat. And if it's 4th and 1, 4th and 2, yeah, I want them going for it because I have faith in my guys to get 1 fucking yard, not because we're so aggressive, not because nobody sees it coming. They would never go for it on 4th down, but because our guys are better than your guys and we're going to get that 1st down. So it might have been at first, oh, Dan Campbell, he's crazy. He goes for it. But it's been happening now. And so now it's not a gimmick anymore. It's good on good, big on big. And if we need 1 yard, I'm going to go for 1 yard because I think the Lions will get it. So it's not a gimmick. It's not they're so aggressive and everybody's sissies. It's our guys are better than yours. I have more faith in my team getting a yard than you stopping us from getting a yard.
Because he's Dan fucking Campbell.
Facts.
Has made everyone here stupid. Chris can't even get the fucking camera right after listening to that dumbass shit. Make it make sense. Am I the idiot
shot for?
Am I the dumbass?
Hold on, no, that was so unnecessary. What was that about?
That was just that fucking stupid that it made. I just made the statement. It made everyone stupider, and then you exemplified it. Like,
I was
cutting
the Will because I thought he was going to cook.
Does that correlate to the Lions being at a disadvantage? Out of everything he said, nothing drove the point home that the Detroit Lions are at a disadvantage. It's just word fucking slop. I don't even give it the graciousness of being a salad. That was bullshit. He just made no am I stupid?
No, this is...
Is it maybe the element of surprise is gone? Is that the disadvantage?
I think so, but it was gone last year.
But he never made that point in his entire fucking state. I'm just focused on the statement here. He made no fucking point at all whatsoever.
No.
Just a straight shot.
I'm glad I didn't listen to this until just now.
I mean, what the fuck? I'm mad. I'm mad because I feel stupid. Because I feel like I'm supposed to get what's being told here. He's using a lot of big words here. I'm not. I feel like I'm not getting lost here. I know what he's trying to say. He's just saying a whole lot of fucking nothing.
Yeah, this guy, I'm going to call him in for a 3rd time. This chode sitting there with his glasses, with his books, with his mahogany cabinets in his study, talking about what Dan Campbell needs to do to be a better football coach and how football is surpassing Dan Campbell. I'm going to take Dan Campbell's word for it ahead of yours. Like, if I need the best avocados to use for avocado toast or the closest IPA to whatever I like to drink, I'll come for your thoughts on it. But you questioning Dan Campbell because it's not a surprise anymore? It wasn't a surprise last year, bud. And they still did it, and it was still successful. And, it's catching up to it. They're doing it. You remember what the Commanders did that got them so much success last year? Was doing what Dan Campbell did, and Ron Rivera has been doing it for a while. So I don't know, like, Ron Rivera did it. Dan Quinn showed that he could do it last year. Dan Campbell's been doing it for a while. It's not like this is new to the NFL.
You chode.
And yeah, he's Dan fucking Campbell. Like, he's going to do it. That's what he is. That's who he is. He's not doing it to take you by surprise, take you unawares. No diddy.
Take you unawares for your underwears.
He's doing it because he believes in his guys to get a yard on a play. And so do I. And that's his thought process.
Well, the numbers point to it, too.
That is
when
100%.
Dan Campbell goes for it, it's the analytically correct move. And that's why people are moving towards that. Because people are following the analytics. I don't necessarily know that Dan Campbell's doing it based off analytics. I think that's obviously a thought he has in his head, but he also is just the feel of the game. That's what you get when you have a former player, head coach. A guy that has and sometimes I do disagree with it. Sometimes, like, where the fuck was the momentum that made sense for that to be the decision?
Yeah.
I don't always necessarily agree with it. But
it's who he is.
I'm just more pissed at this guy saying a whole lot of fucking nothing just to take a shot. At least have something behind the shot you're taking. I'll hear you out. There was nothing there.
No.
Zero substance. Pissed me off, and it made Chris fuck up the camera.
Yep.
How did I fuck up the camera? Like, explain that part of it.
I mean, nobody else is doing the camera.
No, yeah, the only one on camera duty.
But what specifically did I screw up? I went to Spencer, then I went to Will, then I went to you.
Yes, that's where you fucked up. Was Will talking?
Yeah, Will was talking. Did you not hear him? Are you not paying attention to your co-host? Yeah, all right, you piece of shit.
I didn't hear him.
I don't think he was talking.
Yeah, he said, Will, did you not say so? Yeah.
I'm gonna leave myself.
Bro,
but
pull the laptop down.
Yeah, it
Pull the footage.
Damn.
Yeah, there we go.
What are you gonna say though, Will?
Well, I did speak up what he said, but he's like I said, Dan fucking Campbell, man. That's about the pro. So that case,
yeah,
he did. Yeah, he did. You know.
What do you think about this chode talking shit though?
That's his fucking opinion, and his opinion is not validated.
Facts.
Yeah.
So that case, because you can't disrespect.
He did nothing to validate the opinion.
Nothing.
That's
At
what
all.
pissed me off. Who clipped that for him? He should fire that fucking person. He had said nothing.
He probably Kamala
They're
Harris
at disadvantage. Why?
Voter.
Explain why they're at disadvantage. Don't just say it.
Yeah.
Tell me why. I'll hear you out. I'm curious. Because the other teams are doing it? I'm confused.
Yeah.
Was there a point in the statement? That's what pissed me off.
No, there wasn't.
Jeez.
That guy. What was his name?
No, I don't even fucking care.
Wait, I got it. It's Zach Fezzik.
Fezzik?
Fezzik.
Fez's dick.
His address is no play.
His address is
his social security number. He's an arrogant math teacher, not a football guy.
Wait, so you said Pod put this out there?
Jeremy Reisman quote tweeted it saying something.
What
So Jeremy Reisman was probably talking shit to him. I don't know. I
The
didn't read
dude
it.
probably an old ass professor back in my campus.
Facts.
Who been failing everybody except the one that's kissing his ass.
Oh yeah.
I'm
I'm pretty sure Jeremy Reisman said like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah. Well, I mean, what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah.
There's okay. I'm over it. I've said this 5 times.
Yeah, that guy
now.
sucks. I mean, if there's anything we can learn from that segment, it's that Easy's curious. But first, let me tell you about Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Use code word Woodward 1000 to get your first bet up to $1,000 back if it doesn't hit in bonus bets. Caesar Sportsbook. Just scan that QR code right there. The official sportsbook of Woodward Sports.
The bats are hot, and the weather's getting hotter. Summertime in the D with Detroit's big hitters, Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Listen, I'm not sure who, but somebody let the Tigers get hot.
The Detroit Tigers are locked and loaded for another great summer in Detroit. And it all starts downtown at the biggest home opener party in the city. Join Woodward Sports at Grand Slam Festival as we take over the Detroit Opera House parking lot. A big-ass tent for a big-ass Detroit party. Get your tickets now at GrandSlamFestival.com or follow Woodward Sports on X and IG for your chance to get in for free. Party across from Comerica Park and hear the roar as the Tigers take the field for the first time in 2025. DJs, food trucks, bartenders, live broadcasts, and more. See you for the Tigers' first home game of the season, April 4th at the Grand Slam Festival with Detroit's biggest party animals, Woodward Sports.
If you're victorious in an argument like Chris was, you can come into Lady Jane's and just bask in the success. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Get an award-winning haircut from one of our lovely, talented stylists. You can get it with a hot leather neck shave, scalp massage, hot towel treatment, all that good stuff. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. It's wicked awesome.
Sorry for making all stupid by playing that stupid video. Chris and Curry, apologize. That's our bad. We didn't know him. I didn't know beforehand. since we didn't know beforehand. We saw Lions topic. We threw it in there.
And it worked.
Yeah. And are you sorry
called him a
for...
chill.
No, I'm not actually, because he was already done talking. He put on my camera.
He started talking. I cut to him, and
He
then
was already done talking.
he had just finished like a millisecond.
So
are you
you- so
really
you
are you really
fucked up.
trying to wiggle your way out of this?
I'm not trying to wiggle my way out of it.
You
That's what
know
happened.
how he lives.
You just admitted
I know.
it.
I
You just
know.
admitted you
This
was
is
done
what
talking.
he does. This is
I
what
just
he
watched
does.
it. It wasn't
Yeah.
a millisecond.
Yeah.
Just saying. I'm not sorry.
I know you never are.
Never is.
You
Never is.
are.
I'll be sorry when there's reason to be sorry. That ain't one.
Unless God tells
Yeah,
tells you
unless
to
God
be
calls
sorry.
him at night.
Look at these guys trying to gaslight me. I said I was sorry. I apologize. I begin the show with apology to Randall Smalls.
And it
you
wasn't
didn't
even
say
the right
sorry.
person.
It was the right person. He accepted the
Did you apologize to Keys?
I'll never apologize to Keys.
See?
His mom's a
That's
whore.
what I'm saying.
Jesus.
Take a page of my book. God damn.
In other news,
Jesus.
outlook for Michigan State tonight. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Didn't this
Feeling
guy
really
kick
good.
Izzo out of the tournament before?
He has, yeah. He has before. But this is it's a good matchup for Michigan State. Ole Miss is there because they're shooting 50% from three of the past two games. And we have the best perimeter defense in the country. And Ole Miss is ranked like 300 and 200 in rebounding. And
They're very undersized.
And we are one of the best rebounding teams in the country.
Yup.
So, yeah, it's a good matchup. Just got to hope that they're not fucking hitting prayers all night, which very well could happen. So there's a little bit of nerves, but Michigan State goes out there, they play the game, they win this game easily. And I think they will.
Yeah, I think I got Michigan State in this one too. I was listening to, on the way in, some people trying to make a case for Ole Miss in terms of, like, they'll force the three-point shot, like they'll force you out of the middle, which, like, sure, that's a recipe for not disaster for Michigan State, because I'd say although they've been bad at shooting a three, they kind of been better the last, like, 3 to 4 weeks.
And I can almost say with 100%
Since
certainty.
the Michigan game, they've been shooting the three ball better.
Yeah,
outside of the last tourney.
I can almost say with 100% certainty that Jace Richardson isn't going to do what he did in the last game.
I think it's a big game for Colin Carr. The
Yeah.
bet that Griffin said in the chat, I loved it. It's an undersized lineup, and you got a super athlete.
Oh yeah, that's what he does. He did it against. He was doing it against Michigan. He was.
I gotta do this now.
Dude, the offensive rebounds. He is. I love Colin Carr. And year 4, Colin Carr is going to be one of the nastiest players in the country, dude. He's going to be so good.
It's so impressive. Like, not the NBA, I guess I should say. Like, it's just a high skilled league, because you'd think an athlete like Colin Carr would, like, be able to walk right in.
No, he
That's
might
not
get
the case.
drafted.
Yeah.
He might not get drafted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he's a freak.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, that's
Somebody would take a shot at him in the second round, but he's not
Yeah.
he's not an NBA player yet.
And I get it.
Not
We
even
had
close.
was it Dante? Say he had one big 7-footer go after 1 year who didn't do much.
Deontay.
Was it Jackson?
Davis. Deontay
Yeah,
Davis.
Deontay Davis.
Yeah.
Difference there, 7-footer. Colin Carr's not that.
And he got gassed. The media gassed him up. Like people that were watching.
He got propped.
People that were watching the state games, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, Deontay Davis is gonna be a top 10 pick." We're like, "What,
bro? You were one of them."
He's not ready.
No.
Yeah, you 100% were.
I wasn't even in the media then.
No, you weren't in the media, but you were a Michigan State fan.
And I was not-
guarantee you were saying that shit.
All Michigan State fans were like, "What the fuck are they talking about?"
No, Michigan State fans are
Easy. That was
No,
wrong. Say
Easy,
you're sorry.
you're easy. You're wrong. You're
I
wrong.
am correct.
Say you're
on that.
sorry.
You're not right.
I am correct on that.
Say you're
one.
sorry.
No, you're
The
not.
Michigan State fans are talking about waiting for him to arrive, and it's never happened.
Yeah, and so when the NBA was saying that he's going to be a top 10 pick, we're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" He didn't do anything to show that he was a top 10 NBA talent.
Wasn't he the last pick of the first round?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's why he declared for the draft, because everybody's like, "Oh, he's a lottery pick. He's going to be this."
No,
We're like, "What the fuck are you
Not
talking
at
about?"
all. No.
Yes, dude. Yes.
You were saying he's going to be a lottery.
He's going to be a lottery pick. That's why he declared for the draft.
I don't know about that, brother.
And all Michigan State fans were like, "No, he's not. He's not that good. He needed to develop."
I'll say this too regarding this game. I do think it's number one. I have confidence just stylistically how Michigan State matches up that they will get this done. I think their strengths will be a disservice to Ole Miss, but also I do think when you see March, and I get that March is March, so anything can happen. But these hot shooting teams, these teams that have a great couple games, especially if they're maybe underdog in a game or two, there's a lot of momentum. But then that break, when you're going from playing every other day in the round of 64, round of 32, that week break there really does allow teams to lock in, game plan, strategize, and it takes you out of a rhythm. So a team that's shooting as hot as Ole Miss, the worst thing that could happen to them is that they're not playing the next day.
Absolutely.
We see that all the time at every level of every sport. When you have that momentum, when you have that groove, if you get taken out of it, it can really sidetrack you. So I think, unfortunately for Ole Miss, fortunately for State, the best thing that happened is them having that long break. So I think that's another reason why I don't expect them to continue the hot shooting, in addition to Michigan State's great perimeter defense.
That's a great point. That week, sometimes teams cool off. And shout out to Phil in the Woodward Sports chat. It's his birthday tomorrow and his wife's. So happy birthday, man.
Oh, damn.
I'm not mistaken. Another torque guy this offseason. Phil, I apologize.
Happy birthday, Phil.
This is one game, though. We might end up being right. But I have a feeling that we'll end up being wrong. So that's why I'm getting ahead of it now. Because torque is
here's the first AI overview for Deontay Davis. Pre-draft projections. Davis was considered a high upside prospect with potential as a lottery pick, but his stock declined before the draft.
Not top 10 pick.
So top 16.
Yeah.
Congratulations, bro.
Spencer, what did
you got a 5-pick difference.
The thing that started the argument was you saying top 10.
Okay, lottery pick. It's the same fucking
that's
thing.
what I was arguing.
You're being Neil right now.
I'm not being Neil right now.
Yeah, you are. It's
You're
nitpicking.
It's not nitpicking.
It's 5 picks, dude.
I responded to what you said. What you said was top 10.
And you said all of Michigan State was the guys propping him up, which is completely false.
It's not completely
It is completely false.
Michigan State was definitely propping
No, all of us thought that he wasn't that good.
Okay, bud.
But we're not going to come out and say, hey, this
No,
guy's
we were.
Yeah.
We were like, what are they talking about? He needs to come back.
But
He's not good enough.
Well, yeah, people wanted to come back, but people were still propping him up to be a fucking demon. Beast.
No, he was going to be good if he would have came back. That's why when they were like, he's going to be a lottery pick, we were like, no, he's not that good.
Also, Spencer, I was watching. What did you use to find that data? You used AI?
Yeah.
Oh,
AI whore.
I did. Well, I Googled it, and it was the first thing that popped up on Google. They got their AI now.
This guy's going to fucking lose to the robots.
You're in bed with the robots.
This guy says please and thank you when he talks to the robots.
Does. He actually does.
I do say please and thank you to robots.
He's a robot bootlicker, dude. No,
great one.
Shout out to our defense. Got to go out there and take care of business.
Yeah.
I think they're going to. I think, Jiggy Holloman, I think Jaden Akins, those are two of the best perimeter defenders in the NCAA. Jeremy Fears, I love this kid. Jeremy Fears is like Draymond Green as a guard. He chirps, he gets in people's heads. He foul baits, but I like it because it's for my team. He had that help side block, smallest dude on the court with the help side block in that last game. I love Jeremy Fears. Jeremy Fears, year 4 is going to be, dude. Year 4, Cohen Carr and Jeremy Fears is going to be crazy. They're going to be throwing full court
prop
lobs.
up Deontay Davis. This guy's propping up everybody in Michigan State. You always
in 2 years when they're still with the program, yes, I think they're going to be good. Is that similar to saying Deontay Davis is a lottery pick after 1 year and barely playing?
You said top 10.
Is it similar, Eazy?
You guys propped him up.
Did you answer my question? Because you always get mad. Is me saying year 4 Cohen Carr and Jeremy Fears are going to be problems, which is what I just said that you got facetious about? Is that the same as saying Deontay Davis is going to be a lottery pick after 1 year of him barely playing?
Yes, is that what you wanted to hear?
I mean, if that's what you believe, yeah. If you're going to be a baby about it, sure.
I'm not being a baby. I was making fun
You
of
just can't admit you're wrong, ever.
What am I wrong about?
Apologize.
That's not the same thing. What I just said is not the same thing as propping up Devontae Davis.
You guys were propping up Deontay Davis.
I was not. No, I wasn't.
Right,
not as a lottery pick. Michigan State fans did not think he was a lottery pick. We thought he'd be good if he stayed in the system and developed, but he didn't, and we didn't know why.
It was not even the base of a lottery pick. I'm talking about the player itself.
And
from what the original conversation was.
Do you hear what I'm saying?
What are you saying?
The whole thing that started this was I said people propped up Devontae Davis as a top 10 pick or a lottery pick, and that was bullshit.
Yeah.
And you said Michigan State fans were the ones that propped him up.
Yes.
If Michigan State fans were propping him up, they would be saying if he came back and played for 3
when
years.
he was leaving state, that the card switched because they wanted him to be a Michigan State Spartan for life because they wanted to help the Michigan State team. Yeah, it switches then, but that season leading in all the way through, they were propping him up to be a beast.
Yeah,
For
eventually.
Michigan State.
Eventually, yes, for Michigan State in a couple years if he stayed with the program and developed. All of us said he wasn't good enough to be a lottery pick. You just refuse to admit you're wrong.
I don't understand what I'm wrong about.
Yeah, I know you don't, and it's crazy.
Explain to me where I'm wrong.
I just did, and I don't
Just
want to
one
do
more-
it
one more
again.
time.
I don't want to do it three times.
I just want to.
I don't want to repeat myself 3 times in
I'm
a
trying
row.
to understand. There may be a foundation.
Okay, no,
disagreement,
you're not going to understand.
but
It's fine.
Wrong.
It's fine.
I want
It's
to one more
fine.
time, please.
No,
please,
no,
please.
no. I'm not repeating myself for a third time.
What am I wrong about?
You're not. You're right, Eazy. You're
I think
always
there's-
right.
I think there's a disagreement.
Eazy, you're always right.
I don't know that anyone's wrong.
You're always right. Congratulations.
I'm not asking to be always right. I'm just asking.
No,
what I'm
but
wrong
you
about.
are. Let's go to break. Let me tell you guys about
Just trying to
Buddies.
figure out what I'm wrong about.
You're not. You're not wrong. You're always right. Let me tell you about Buddy's Pizza. Buddy's Pizza created the category of the original Detroit-style pizza and has been serving it since 1946. With 22 locations in Michigan, there's always a Buddy's Pizza near you. Buddy's is a cornerstone of the city of Detroit, being here for 79 years and is a dedicated community partner. With notable partnerships with local organizations like the Michigan Humane Society, the Salvation Army, and the Detroit Zoo. Save 10% of your entire order using promo code 10meal. Go find a location near you at buddyspizza.com.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
I'll genuinely admit I was wrong if you could explain it.
I can't do this anymore. I'm not doing it anymore.
Just tell me when
I'm
I
going
was wrong.
home. Chris, it's over. See
Just
you
tell
guys.
me.
Have a good night.
Just tell me.
I'm going to watch Michigan
Genuinely.
Oh my God.
At
guys.
what point